Hey y'all, Irix Guy here. I'm back again with a real treat today. I'm kind of keeping it covered up. You may see this rather large beer bottle and wonder what's in here, but the top of it says at Stone Brewing Company, facebook.com/Stone Brewing Company, so that ought to give you a clue. So without further ado, this is Stone Cali-Belgique IPA, which is an India Pale Ale. One of my favorite varieties of craft beer. It contains 6.9% alcohol by volume, so 6.9% ABV. This is a 1 pint, 6 fluid ounce container. And on the back it says Stone Cali-Belgique IPA. The name Stone Cali-Belgique IPA both begs the question, what exactly is that? And the answer is thusly. Stone designates this IPA as one brewed by the Stone Brewing Company. Cali hints that it is California-style IPA. And finally, this brew has an undeniable Belgian influence indicated by the wood Belgique, which is how Belgium's French-speaking population says the word Belgian. The Dutch-speaking Belgians say Belgie, Belgie, Belgie. There is, of course, the implicitly posed question, of what exactly the Belgique influence is, and yeast is the answer. We carefully selected a Belgian yeast strain that illuminates a fascinating new aspect that is otherwise quite simply Stone IPA. The result is both completely new and different, while still being recognizable as a Stone brew, and a Stone IPA in particular. Think of it as an otherwise identical twin to Stone IPA that was raised in a Belgian culture, literally. Now, all grown up and standing next to each other, they look at the same, yet there is something unmistakably different. We say the nonverbal entities, except through you. That's not literally the case. Their aromas have some similarities, but the Stone Cali-Belgique IPA is decidedly a bit more, shall we say, funky. No, we are not saying that angry cards or letters, please. All in all, we find it fascinating, but we're brewers, and that's just the way we think. You might find it merely delicious. Actually, we most certainly do too. And so we proudly say, c'est avec la grande plaisir que nos l'expression vos het it met garuid vingen dan we bet na eva buserin. That's what they say. And then it says at the bottom, it says, even though yeast cells are nonverbal and arguably, and this is in italics, and are arguably have no firm affiliation that above preference for either the Flemish or the Wallons, we don't want to accidentally misrepresent the little buggers. As such, approximately 50% of the Stone Cali-Belgian IPA bottles are labeled Cali-Belgique, and the other half Cali-Belgique. We at the Stone Brewing Company respect both cultures highly and equally. Ingredients: nothing but barley, hops, water, and Belgian yeast. www.stonebrewing.com. So let's get into this. And like I said, I'm not yet a certified Cicerone. I do plan to become a certified Cicerone, but right now I'm not that cool. So, you know, if my vocabulary when I review this fine craft beer is not up to your expectations, then I apologize in advance. But I'm going to rip into it and tell you what I think about it. So immediately I get that nose, and when I get the nose right out with the top off the bottle, you know, I immediately know it's got a lot of, decent amount of hops in it. It's an IPA. Get my perfect angle here for this pour. Now the coloration of this is quite interesting. IPA is not a, well, for a light beer drinker like your mainstream beers, this would appear to be dark, but for a craft beer drinker, this is a somewhat clear beer. Now it's not light enough to where, and I don't know how well you can see this in this video, but it's not light enough to where you can see through the bottle. So I can't see the camera. But it is significantly lighter than some other IPAs I've had. The nose, when in the glass, is magnificent. And I'm trying to think what it smells like, but see, that's where my my Cicerone vocabulary doesn't exist yet. It's not really a floral type nose, it's a wow. But I tell you, when it hits your lips, it's got a good There is no unpleasant aftertaste. It's not a beer that you drank and it's like, man, that is so filling. I mean, it's a full flavored beer compared to a light beer. But I would like to refer to it as an easily drinkable, well-crafted craft beer. And it is really, really good. There's not been a stone beer that I've had yet that I disliked, and this is up there. I think so far, and it's probably the favorite among many. I really love the Arrogant Bastard, and you may have watched my review of the Arrogant Bastard by Stone. If you haven't, check it out. Definitely the Arrogant Bastard makes this seem like a light beer. But they're both good in their unique way, because not every time does one want to drink a light beer. Maybe it's cold out. Maybe you're in the pool. Maybe you're in the ocean. Maybe you've had too much to drink and you just want something light. I mean, there's a time and a place for every type of beer. And this is a beer that I could also see if you had some people that were not yet experienced with craft beer and they wanted to get into it, and maybe all they drank is, your light beers, your river beers, that you drank on the river and that sort of thing. If you wanted to segue someone into craft beer, this right here, I would say this IPA, maybe more so the Levitation, the Stone Levitation. Check out my review of that. I've got a video review of Stone Levitation as well. I would say either this or Stone Levitation would be a great gateway beer to get someone involved with craft beer, because you don't want to throw someone, throw them directly to the Arrogant Bastard or the Double Bastard, because their palate may not yet be thoroughly developed enough to be able to take that. And they'll think it's nasty, like, ugh, and then they'll probably never drink another craft beer again. So if you use a beer such as this and segue someone into learning how to enjoy craft beer, this would be a great tool for that. So again, this is the Stone Cali-Belgique IPA, which is India Pale Ale, 6.9% ABV, and just a really, I'm proud of this. I'm glad I got this. I really am. Thanks for watching. Share this video with others. Subscribe if you haven't already. YouTube.com/IRickSky. And periodically I'll come back with additional craft beer reviews. It's my intent to review as many beers as I can. And then I'll tell the honest truth about it. If I don't like something, I'll tell you. But I like this a lot. Y'all have a good day.